So Bud Light is so boycotted that it's being removed.
With Miller!
It's being removed
Miller's
from my
Wheaties
local bar.
with
Holy
Miller.
shit.
Hey!
That's
Hey!
crazy.
Looks good. Hell yeah, looks good.
Really, nobody's ordering Bud anymore?
No.
Oh my god.
Ooh, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin. This is the 1776 report, where we expose the stupidity of the woke left. Remember last week when the Anhuesr Busch Bud Light CEO told us that the backlash, the boycott, it really wasn't impacting the overall company that bad. That sales of Bud Light were down big, but the Anhuesr Busch company globally was doing just fine. Well, we didn't believe that. We still don't believe that. And we are now getting news out of Anhuesr Busch Bud Light that they are having to fire 400 employees because of the impact of the boycott. The CEO has been lying this entire time, and that has become more evident by the day. Anhuesr Busch is set to lay off nearly 400 workers at its corporate offices in the wake of slumping sales that accelerated due to the Dylan Mulvaney advertising campaign. The company revealed in a statement to the Wall Street Journal on Wednesday that the cut will affect less than 2% of its workforce, which is, according to Anhuesr Busch's website, around 20,000 employees. Okay, if you are a company that is firing 400 employees in one fell swoop, that is a company that is hurting. And now the Anhuesr Busch CEO, the Bud Light CEO, they can talk like everything is just fine. They can act like everything's good, everything's gravy over there. But we know the truth. You're not firing 400 employees if everything's good. The layoffs will not impact frontline workers, such as brewery and warehouse staff, the company told the Wall Street Journal. The restructuring, the outlet reported, will eliminate corporate and marketing roles. Marketing roles. I wonder why they are firing their marketing staff. Because they're a bunch of clowns, a bunch of woke clowns, including in St. Louis, New York, and Los Angeles. Anhuesr Busch CEO Brendan Whitworth added in the written statement, "While we never take these decisions lightly, we want to ensure that our organization continues to be set for future long-term success." No, you don't. You want to push a woke narrative, a woke agenda. You don't give a damn about your consumers, about your customers. The only thing you care about is making those big, woke, CEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion hedge funds happy so you can get that woke money. He went on to say, "These corporate structure changes will enable our teams to focus on what we do best. Brewing great beer for everyone," the embattled chief executive added, who's been notoriously tight-lipped since Mulvaney's post. I think he should restructure that statement to read something like this. "These corporate structure changes, aka firing 400 woke marketing executives, because our beer tastes like piss water and we are changing our can to read transmission fluid on the front of the can." This is sad. There's no way around it. It's sad. Anytime 400 individuals are losing their job, it's not a good day. And I would bet the people who are getting fired are lower level individuals who really had nothing to do with the Dylan Mulvaney marketing campaign. They really shouldn't be getting fired. The people that should be getting fired are this ultra woke marketing executives who are high-ranking employees in the corporate office. But they won't get fired because Bud Light, Anhuesr Busch, they really don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about the boycott because if they did, if they wanted to win the consumers back, they would have made an apology. They still have not came out and made an apology. That is very telling. If they gave a damn about us as the old consumers, they would come out and say, "We're sorry, we screwed up." But they won't do that. They refuse to do that. This is the individual that really should be fired, that should be given a pink slip, and that's Brendan Whitworth, the U.S. CEO for Anhuesr Busch Bud Light. Users on social media have been calling for his head since the beginning of the boycott, and some of the tweets go like this: "And incompetent Anhuesr Busch chief executive Brendan Whitworth keeps his job. An affront to all Americans. One person tweeted today. It's true. The lower level employees are taking the brunt of this backlash, and it is sad, but we got to keep our foot on the gas pedal. I never want to see anybody get fired, but this is part of the game. If a company wants to get woke, go woke, they're going to go broke, and the employees who get fired from Bud Light can go work for Yuengling or Coors Light, Miller Coors, because those brands have seen a substantial increase in sales since this boycott began. Brendan Whitworth, all you had to do was apologize, but you won't. So stick your AB beverages where the sun don't shine. Somebody else tweeted. Another individual tweets, Brendan Whitworth is a failed CEO. That's the truth. He inherited a company that was doing just fine. This guy was given one of the best jobs in America. You go into Anhuesr Busch Bud Light, you're the CEO. All you got to do is keep things moving smooth. You don't got to go woke. There's no reason to go woke. There's no reason to hire Dylan Mulvaney. But you wanted to be different. Your brand was too fratty. It was too white. It was too middle-aged white man. So you wanted to make some changes. How did those changes work out for you, Brendan Whitworth? This will be studied in business classes 20 years from now. And this guy will be in business textbooks under what not to do to a company. Bud Light sales continue to plummet, and Yuengling and other brands are overtaking Bud Light. Bud Light is now the fourth most popular beer in America. Just a couple months ago, it was the number one, the top beer in this country. And that's just going to continue to get worse. We saw that video in the beginning where a bar changed out their Bud Light taps for Miller Lite, and that's just going to continue to happen. If a bar doesn't have a tap of Bud Light, if they don't have draft Bud Light, they switch it over to Yuengling or Miller or Coors, those sales are going to continue to get worse. I've been screaming this to the high heavens for months. It is a mirage. Sales right now are down about 26% year over year, but that is fake. It is going to continue to get worse. Sales of the once popular brew were down 23% the week prior, a minor improvement after the weeks of nearly 30% declines. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, that appears to be more of an anomaly with the latest data dump. And there's even more problems on the horizon. We've been saying this here on the channel for months. According to Bump Williams Consulting, Yuengling, America's oldest brewing company, is coming for Bud Light at an alarming rate. If things continue at the current rate, we'll continue to see Modelo climb the ladder, Miller Lite, Coors Light, and Yuengling gain market share. Bud Light is losing its shelf space. Bars are changing out their draft tabs from Bud Light to other brands like Yuengling, Modelo, etc. This is going to continue to get worse for Bud Light. Their CEO, Brendan Whitworth, is keeping his seven-figure job, his cushy job that probably has a huge golden parachute, while smaller employees over at the company are getting fired today. 400 employees are getting fired, and that clown, Brendan Whitworth, and the global CEO are keeping their job when it's really their responsibility. Bud Light will never again be the top-selling beer in this country. Never again. Not even 5 years from now. Not even if they apologize. Bud Light will never, ever, ever be the top-selling beer in the United States again. Bud Light now the fourth most popular beer. It will continue to drop. It will probably be out of the top 10 here by the end of 2023. Yuengling, patriotic company, American-owned, is surging. Bud Light continues to fire 400 people today, and I'm sorry to say that it's probably going to be a lot more than 400 people by the time this is all over with. They're going to be firing people for a long time. The company is shrinking. The company is going to wither away, and they're going to have to continue firing people. That's sad, but those beers that we just listed that are growing, they can go and hire some of those fired Bud Light employees. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Until next time, peace.